So we are actually changing and revamping the brand name on this channel simply because it just doesn't make any sense, since the daily rage bait wasn't based off of me rage baiting, but was me responding to companies that may have rage baited or kind of like did some weird stuff in the gaming industry that would allow us to respond and kind of like react to it. But we're going to go ahead, move forward from that. We're going to fix that all up. I just want to say, man, I apologize for not making videos, man. You could probably tell from my voice, I'm getting sick and the family's sick. So I've been super busy just trying to balance out the streams, the contents on the other channel. And in the link in the description, you'll find other links to other channel stuff. If you guys enjoy or are like, into this stuff, go ahead and follow your boy. Now, in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and just kind of cover multiple things in this episode. I like to actually stick to one topic in every video, but today we'll make it a special, kind of episode, since we want to kind of cover and catch up with everything that's going on. For those who know, Nintendo, like, this is one of the biggest leaks in history. We thought GTA 6 being leaked and all those little gameplay snippets and stuff that we saw last year was the end all be all, but it turned out that that was gameplay, like, a little bit of an alpha kind of like gameplay that was 2019. So we don't even know how the game really looks today. But Nintendo with the Switch 2 situation, this is ridiculous. This is the most I've ever seen a console leak. This is the most I've ever seen video games leak, the power, everything, to the point where, let's just get into it. Companies were already given, I guess, stock models or dev kits of this, or an actual official Switch 2, and they were already making parts for it. They were making cases, they were making silicone cases, accessories, and all this other peripherals and stuff like that. And they were pulling up to CES. They pulled up to CES with equipment, y'all. And basically everybody's looking at the mock-ups that they had, and it's a dead giveaway what the Switch 2 is going to look like. Of course, other people and credible sources are, and I think the credible source is the same person who announced the PS5's release date, and I'll have all the links in the description, pretty much saying that this week they're going to showcase, Nintendo will announce the Switch 2. The Switch 2 on the 16th or 17th will be announced, and it's set to release March. But they're giving an official date. I don't even want to say the official date here, say all that. When you read the article, they'll tell you it's officially dropping in March for around 400 CAD in Canadian dollars. But I believe it's going to be less than 300 or close to 300 bucks US dollars. I think like 275 or whatnot. And to me, that's not really much of a steep price. That's actually like somewhat of a fair price. And maybe the conversion of dollars I got a little bit wrong, but still nonetheless, seeing the specs and what this handheld is capable of doing doesn't seem that far-fetched. It doesn't even seem that bad. Now, I don't know why Nintendo even gave out early kits and did not give the warning or give out like this NDA that says you cannot bring any accessories to CES, but companies was out there wilding, and now other companies that make skins and stuff were showcasing it. And now look on the screen, we have some mock-ups of what the Nintendo Switch 2 is supposed to look like. I didn't expect it to be this all around just whole hyper looking new console or handheld. In fact, multiple people were telling me that they may be going in a direction that they did with like the DS and the handhelds earlier in the early years, where it was like the Nintendo DS, the DS Lite, the DS XL, the 3DS, the 3DS Lite, the 3DS XL, and all this other stuff. And so they may be actually doing that with the Switch, where it was the Nintendo Switch. They did the smaller Switch, remember? And then they did the Switch OLED, which was essentially a bigger screen or somewhat bigger. And now with this new Switch 2, with all its specs and everything, it just seems like they're just gonna keep it like that, and that's what we're gonna get. However, we're getting bigger games, and that leads me to the next topic, which is, holy crap, the Nintendo Switch supposedly leaked that they're gonna be launching with 25 titles, and I feel like Nintendo's gonna come back extremely strong. The reason for that is because when GameCube came out, they were getting love from every other company that was dropping games, even despite having a smaller disc. The disc was just the difference of the three consoles between Xbox, PS2, and the GameCube. Then of course the Wii came out, which came back to the traditional size of a disc. However, it introduced a new feature, which was like the motion controls. When it came down to the Wii U, and after that, it was so underpowered, and companies did not want to make games for that specific console. So you saw less games. It wasn't because Nintendo got strict. They don't want to see shooters on there. They didn't want to only just see certain games be published on there. No, it was the hardware capabilities. It was kind of holding back on the PS3. Even though the Wii U had like some cool games for it, it was a disgusting time to be a Wii U fan. I'm not gonna lie. And when the Switch came out, still not as powerful as a PS4 or PS4 Pro or an Xbox One and all the other, and the Xbox One Elite. I forgot the name of the consoles because they just came out with so many. The Switch still did not get every single game that those current consoles at the time was receiving. I know they just got Witcher 3 a couple years ago. They got Hogwarts, but have you seen how those games looked? They look disgusting. Okay. Now with the leaks of the Switch 2, the power is looking like it's on some PS4 Pro. It's looking like it got some beefiness to it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, they already leaked that Red Dead Redemption 2 is releasing on there. They got other games. They're releasing Assassin's Creed Shadows like in a year, I guess, on there. They got to port it over. But there's a lot of games that are making their way back to the Nintendo Switch 2, which now reassures me that, hey, we might be getting another GameCube kind of population with the fan base, because if you really think about it, GameCube was one of the 3 consoles that was really cooking on the side next to PS2. GameCube with graphics looked beautiful. GameCube got the same amount of love, and they also had their house games like the Marios and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be launching with Mario Kart 9. And I want to just say, man, I feel bad for the Mario Kart fans, man. You guys did not get Mario Kart 9 within all these years. Y'all stood with just one Mario Kart game and just kept getting different tracks and stuff. It's a little bit disrespectful, I'm not gonna lie. But there's 25 games launching with this, and it's said that the Switch 2 will be getting a lot of the games that the current consoles are getting, which is huge. That's the power of what the Switch is capable of putting out. And now they're finally going to be able to get the Call of Duties and everything else. That's going to lead to my next topic, Microsoft. I do got a separate video talking about Microsoft, but golly, let's really just bring this all together and let's just talk about the fact that, and sidebar, if you guys want to know the Switch specs and everything, you know, the links in the description will guide you to there. You know, I already covered that on the stream and everything, but the Switch 2 is really looking like a promising, powerful console, like on some PS4 Pro. Obviously, it's not to the level of like what the current gens is capable of doing, but it's still very impressive because you've seen how Horizon Zero Dawn looked. You've seen how God of War looked. The games were looking beautiful. Now, moving forward, Microsoft, it's been leaked that Halo is dropping on the Switch 2, as well as the PS5. But seeing that a lot of Bethesda games are dropping on the Switch 2, and seeing that Halo Master Chief Collection is dropping on the Switch 2, it is ridiculous. Like, there's a part of me that's like, hey, listen, like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. Hey, so be it. You know, if any Switch owner, hey, so be it. Fans is gonna be excited. But it really does suck that one of your household names of your mascots cannot survive in the home of where it was created. It has to be brought to other consoles. Microsoft really dropped the ball. Going back to about the Nintendo Switch and its capabilities, and even the Wii U being underpowered to the point where they had to, a lot of companies stop making games for that console and stop releasing their big budget titles because it would still cost a lot of money to downgrade and port it over and take way longer than expected. The same thing here, man. That Xbox Series S really did a number on Microsoft, and a lot of companies don't drop, especially like JRPGs and stuff. They don't drop on Xbox, not because of PlayStation exclusivity and no, because everybody's in the business of making money. It has everything to do with the fact that the Xbox Series S is so underpowered compared to current gen. It's gonna cost more, take longer, to just put these consoles out. That's a problem. And with that just really sucks. So damn, you know, Master Chief Collection is gonna, you know, make its way over to the Switch 2. It's also been reported, supposedly it's alleged and leaked, that the online might be a little bit more pricier on the Switch 2. And there's like this C button on there, so we don't know if that's a camera, a capture. We don't know what the C button is gonna be for. But there's some new mechanics on the Switch 2, which we're all looking forward to on, I think, the 16th of January. Hopefully that is the real release, the real reveal, and we'll, you know, pick back up then. But Yeah, these are some small news that we have for now. Any other grand news, I'm gonna definitely cover it here. Any reviews that I talk about, any video games of new games that I get, I'll be covering here as well. But it's your boy 3MJ, man. God bless each and every one of y'all. I love y'all. Drop your thoughts, and we are out. Peace.